Yellowstone has a way of keeping you humble. One minute it was June, the next, we were driving through a snowstorm. And somehow, grizzlies were only the second most surprising part of the day. But let's start at the beginning. Okay, Senta, lunch is made, but what are you doing?
So this is a very sophisticated rain cover for our camera because there's about an 80% chance of rain today, and we're going into Yellowstone. We were thinking about canceling it because of the weather, but then we decided that the colors might even pop more with the softer overcast light. So this is what we're gonna do to protect the camera.
Coffee for you. Coffee for me. Alright, I got my coffee. Let's go.
Goodbye, girlies.
Bye, girls. Behave.
We just saw a grizzly.
Yeah, 2 miles from our camp on our way out, so we are definitely in grizzly bear territory at camp, but what a cool experience.
First stop of the day for us is West Thumb Geyser Basin. And we've actually been to Yellowstone once for one day 7 years ago. We're really excited to kind of revisit some of our favorite places and then also explore some new ones. When you come here, make sure that you download the NPS app because they have some really cool self-guided tours also for this specific boardwalk right here, where you can get some additional information for the individual stops right there.
This is fishing cone geysers. So the 19th century or the 1800s explorers and pioneers who were out this way used to catch their fish in the lake and boil them and cook them in these geysers along the lake here. It is not allowed anymore because it does damage the geysers, but really cool history.
This is Black Pool here, and it was named after the black thermophiles that live on the backside of the pool here. In recent years though, the temperature has increased and the color of those thermophiles has shifted to like a yellow and orange hue. Just a few steps up from the Black Pool is the Abyss Pool, and how the name suggests, this is one of the deepest pools in the entire park. It is 53 feet deep or 16 meters. West Thumb Geyser Basin is as cool as we remembered it. But the other cool thing about the NPS app is that you actually have a little section about geyser eruption predictions. And this is really cool if you want to see a geyser erupt. There are some very, very predictable ones like Old Faithful, and then there are some less predictable ones. And so looking at the times right now, it looks like they don't know Old Faithful right now. And then the next one, Grand Geyser and Daisy Geyser, are around 10 o'clock. So I think we have time to go first to the Grand Prismatic Spring before we go into that area. Okay guys, the geyser predictions just updated and it looks like Old Faithful is going to erupt soon. So change of plans, we're heading to Old Faithful and then afterwards we're going to do Grand Prismatic Spring. Hopefully we can get that eruption on camera. Alright, we're here now at Old Faithful and we came here about 30 minutes before the predicted eruption. It was really empty. Now it's 15 minutes and crowds starting to show up, so I would definitely try to get here like 15 to 20 minutes ahead of time if you want a good spot. But we have it framed up nicely and hopefully we will get an eruption and a long one and a nice one. Alright, small eruption.
Yeah, it's going a little bit.
4 minutes early.
4 minutes early. It got quiet.
I want the big one.
Yeah. Baby eruption.
Alright, stopped again.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, that was it.
That's just a teaser.
Guys, here's the water coming.
What a teaser.
I know, right? There we go. There it goes. Okay, that's pretty impressive. That is really cool. No. It just keeps getting bigger.
These waters.
Wow.
I'm gonna jump in. No, he's with me.
How high is that?
I don't know, it's hard to gauge because I don't know how far away we are from it, but I'd say that probably got to about 100 feet. Maybe a little over 100 feet. It's dying down already though. But it's still going. Winding down.
Yeah, he's outside.
Alright, I think she's done. Wow guys, Old Faithful is super impressive. I know it's very stereotypical to come to Yellowstone and see it, but it is well worth it because it does erupt every 90 minutes or so it should be pretty easy to catch, but it has become a little less faithful in recent years. But that water does shoot up anywhere between 100 and 185 feet high at 169 degrees Fahrenheit. And the eruptions last for a few minutes, and that means that it goes anywhere from 3,700 to 8,400 gallons during that time. So it is very impressive.
Good timing.
Said it could get up to 6 feet.
Oh wow.
Let's take a step back.
Maybe, I don't know.
Right from Old Faithful, you can actually take a little bit of a walking trail up to the Hill Geyser area, or Geyser Hill area. And this is actually the 4th largest concentration of geysers in the world right here. It is super cool. There's a ton of them. They erupt and they have so much color to them.
This here is Spasmodic Geyser, and it is almost constantly active. There are over 20 vents here, and the water is 191 degrees Fahrenheit. It never erupts very high, less than 10 feet, but it's bubbling basically constantly. Took us about an hour to walk around here, and look at that. Old Faithful is very faithful. Looks like we're gonna get a second eruption right here. Woo! Wow.
That was a little bit higher than last time.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
That's a tall one.
It's a way longer one. Yeah. Wow. 2 for 1, baby, and the second one was actually better than the first one. So cool.
All right. Wow, Old Faithful is amazing, and it's probably the most iconic spot in the entire park. But now we are going on to Grand Prismatic Springs, which is the 3rd largest hot spring in the entire world. And we've already seen the deepest hot spring in the world. That was down in Pagosa Springs a couple months ago. So you should definitely go check out that video because that was also really cool. But this is supposed to be one of the prettiest places in the entire park too. We have been really lucky with the rain so far, but it looks pretty ominous back there behind me. So luckily we're prepared with some rain jackets. So it's a little cold and windy, so there's a lot of steam. You don't get to see so much, but when the steam clears for a moment, it is super gorgeous. But we did bring our lunches, and there is a bench here, so we're gonna enjoy that hopefully before it rains on us.
Lunch was yummy, a little bit messy with all the wind. But so the first half of this video was really all about the hot springs and the beautiful colors and the geysers. But now the second half of the day, we're gonna focus on the other aspect that Yellowstone is known for, which is the wildlife. So we're gonna drive down to Hayden Valley and we're gonna try to see a lot more wildlife. Maybe another grizzly, who knows? Did you expect to get into a snowstorm in June?
No, I expected rain, not a snowstorm.
You guys, this is the second grizzly of the day.
Wow, we thought with the snow coming in, there was a good chance we were not gonna see any wildlife. But we got bison, we got elk, we got a grizzly. There's been geese and ducks all throughout the river. It has been amazing, and we're not even done yet. Made it to our last stop of the day, and you'll see what it is in a second. It'll be pretty obvious.
Holy smokes! Wow, what a waterfall!
Yes.
That was rushing water, holy smokes!
Yeah, if you guys have been following along, we had a pretty good waterfall at Granite Hot Springs, the Granite Falls, but this dwarfs that.
Yes, but this ends our video today, and we really only spent one day on in the southern tip of the park. There is so much more that we could have explored in this area or anywhere else in the park. We've barely scratched the surface, but it was so good.
Yes, and take this as an opportunity to don't make the mistake of looking at the weather forecast and thinking, it might not be good, because we thought maybe we're gonna get rained on, and then it turned into this magical snow, and it just became even better than we could have imagined.
Yeah, I did not expect a winter wonderland to
either.
be here today, but wow, this is, what an experience. We are planning to do one more Yellowstone video in a few weeks, but in between that, we're gonna explore the greater Grand Teton area, the national park and the surrounding national forest. So make sure to subscribe to not miss any of those videos.
Yep, hit that like, that subscribe, that bell for the notifications so you can keep up to date on all the Yellowstone and Teton adventures we're about to have. But we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, we have to get the camera into the dry car quick.
Yes.
West Thumb Geyser Basin, right?
Mhm.
Okay. West Thumb Geyser Basin. This is really hard to pronounce for me. Okay guys, so the geyser predictions is it geyser?
Geyser.
Okay.